Hello everybody, and thank you for watching. I will be getting started in just a few minutes. If you are on live right now, can you please type something in the chat just so that I can make sure that everything is working. Thank you very much, and again, we'll be starting in just about 2 minutes. Hello everybody, and welcome to the live stream. My name is Charlie from Altcoin Mentors, and if you've never been here before, it is our goal to provide you with the expert crypto trading strategies to get you to your goals of financial freedom, whatever that means to you, whether it's having more time with your kids, or actually getting that Lambo that you want, or even literally going to the moon, as space tourism might be a thing in the very near future. So in this live stream, normally what I'm going to be doing is first going over the price action of the past week, predicting what is going to happen in the next week, and then talking about my trading strategy for the next week. And after that, I always take listener questions, and that will round out the entire hour. Let me switch over to screencast. Okay. So first of all, this is the email that has been sent out this morning, and if you are not getting these yet, you should be, and you can go to altcoinmentors.com/strategy, and that will be sent to you right away. This week's will be sent to you right away, and you'll be queued up to get next week's as well. And we'll also send you a few other stories, crypto trading strategies, as you'll be a new member of our email list. So with that out of the way, the next thing to talk about is going to be our Telegram channel. So as you can see, I've just posted that I'm live, and this is the best place that you can keep track of us. That is at t.me/altcoinmentors, and you can join over 400 other people in there who are getting our insights every single day. And with that, let's talk about what has happened in the past week. But before we get to that, you all know that I love showing the daily chart. One, because it is quite pretty and shows a very, very good future for Bitcoin. But two, because I also believe that it is very important for everyone to realize where we are in the bigger picture. And that is right here. I expect that we are going to be finishing up this correction up very, very soon. And the reason for that is because we are about to hit one of the key Fibonacci retracement numbers, the 38.2% retracement, which is extremely standard. In fact, it is kind of acting as a magnet for wave 4 right now. And then once we hit that, that's when that's the time to be really cautious if you're shorting and to really start buying on any strength that occurs afterwards. So again, 4,800 is that key number, the 38.2 retracement. And then the 50% retracement, if we get a cross below the 50% retracement, which is at $3,000 or close to 3,100 actually, that's when I might start turning into a bear, because we really should not see the price cross below 3,000 until we get a new all-time high. And of course, we are only in a double combo correction right now, so there is the potential to see a double zigzag, triple combo with the additional XZ. And if this happens, then we could possibly see the correction draw out into 2019. But at this time, that is not my expectation. I do think that once we hit that if we hit that $4,800 number, that would be sufficient to get us back into the bullish stance. Any questions about the long-term chart? Okay. Getting to the 6-hour chart. Last week, I had a bullish alternative on here, but that was last week, and now you can see that that is gone. And the reason is because we had a very clear impulse down, and everything is matching up with my primary expectation. And the point at which I would change that is to be a break to a new local high above 68.70. So call it 6,900. Above 6,900, that's when it's going to start to get really interesting. And even then, there's still lots and lots of resistance that we have to clear before we can start to talk about getting to new all-time highs before finishing up a correction. So again, you can see the shorter time frame targets between 5,200 and 4,500 matches quite well with the larger time frame target of 4,800. So I would very much expect to see the price drop into that area probably within the next month. If we go further into the lower time frames, this is the 90-minute chart. You can see the clear impulse here that I've marked down. Again, this is the primary reason why I think that we are in that final leg of the capitulation right now. And there are two primary paths that I can view Bitcoin is taking to finish up this short retrace before dropping again. But ultimately, both of them lead to the same place, and that is between the area of 64.50 and 65.50. Between that area is when I would start to go net short instead of just hedging like I am now. But yeah, again, go net short to try and capture some of the range of the drop into the expected $5,200 to $4,500 area. And I expect the correction to not extend past this week, and that we will start to drop into that third wave of the fifth before the start of next week. But before that, in the beginning part of this week, and perhaps closer to the end, we would also see, we would be finishing up this chop. So either completing the leading diagonal, kind of just going sideways to up, or being more whipsawed a little bit more by going down, perhaps closer to the lows, and then finally making a new hyperlocal high, and then starting to drop. Again, the key number here is going to be 64.50 to 65.50. And then the number to watch to get a little bit more bullish is 6670. Above 6670, that is the 76.4% retrace of this supposedly impulsive move down. And if we break that strong, then I would start to believe that perhaps something more bullish is going to be in play. But until we get that, I am going to be looking down. And even if we do see that, and we get above 6,900, like I said, there's still lots more resistance, and I would still not expect a break above $8,000. So really, the pressure continues to remain down. And I would be extremely surprised by any bullish reversal until we've gone below $5,000. Any questions on the Elliott wave perspective of Bitcoin? Oh, quiet crowd today, and it seems that I've gotten through that section a lot faster than normal. It's only 7:15. Very quick. Which is a good thing. If I have quick sections, it means that I have continued to be right and not have had to cover a lot new material. Would you sell Bitcoin now? That's a very hard question to answer without knowing your specific situation, because, for example, if you wanted to sell right now, you would have to be able to get it for a lower price later. And now that is contingent on two things. That is contingent on both the price being lower than it is now, which I think is likely, but it is also contingent on your ability to buy it when it is lower. And many people, they have both psychological reasons against that, where they are just not where they tend to be more in the crowd and not to take actions against that. Or they have other reasons that are more logistical in nature, such as they have a day job, and if we get a capitulation and then a very quick bounce back, they would not be able to buy at that lower price. So the question, would you sell right now? It's a very hard one to answer without knowing your situation. And yeah. But like I said, what I am doing is hedging, and then we'll be going net short at 64.50 to 65.50. You can set an order on 6100. That is a very small drop compared to what I had in mind, but sure. 6400 has been rejected many times, more likely to go down. Has it? Not really. I'm not really seeing it as very crucial. I mean, so it hit it here, and then it was support here. I guess. I wouldn't say it's major resistance. But yeah. A bounce and then a drop. Do that 5 times. Well, like I said, it depends on what time frame you're trying to trade on. I try not to be staring at charts all day, even though it does sometimes happen. So I really want to be trading on time frames while I'm capturing larger moves without having to supervise it that closely. So I tend to keep trades on for, I try to keep them on for at least a week. But obviously if I get very good profit before then, I'll take it off. So let's look and see what's happening in volatility land. It seems that we're making a new low. Wow, new low since last year, April of last year. Let's get. Sorry guys, I just have to add a new indicator. Nope, not triple EMA. Triple MA. There it is. Just have to change a few colors around. There we go. Okay, so in volatility land, things are definitely getting interesting. We are approaching all-time lows, or not all-time lows, but we're approaching lows not seen since last year in April. And we haven't really had a major volatility event in almost a month now, and kind of been just trending downwards. And volatility being an inherently mean reverting indicator, I would expect some sort of larger volatility event, and a drop into the 5,000s would certainly give us that sort of volatility. July 25 till 27 pump. Why? I don't see. Is there some sort of news that's supposed to come out then? And then let's check to see. We are still in backwardation. So that means that the futures price in the future is still less than the spot asset price right now, only by slightly. I mean, we're talking 0.5%. But it is generally a good thing to note, because the standard, what you would expect is that Bitcoin would be in contango, but being that it is not, further evidence for a drop. And then taking a look at Bollinger Bands with the Tom DeMark indicator. If we look at the weekly, we are on a 9, and but it is imperfect, so those are much more likely to not end up with harder bounces. And we had an intersection on the 8. To make this 9 perfect, it would have to make a new low before the end of the week. So somewhat paradoxically, I guess, if we make a new low, it is more likely that we would be to bounce up. Okay, let's look at the 3-day on this. Okay, we're getting a lot of countdown 13s. Barely missed getting a 9. It's a little bit fast. And then we're starting a new sequential, or new 9 setup downwards. And none of these bullish setups really confirmed. We go into the daily. Yeah, I didn't get a 9 here. We're on a 6. So, yeah, I mean, there's not that much useful there. On the 12-hour, We did get another imperfect 9 with an intersection. Like I said, those aren't very confirming of much, but we did see a green 1 confirm up, and that was at 75, so only $75 below here, and that has still led us to a little bit, but not that much. So not much that I'm seeing from this chart in confirmation of in either direction, really. We're getting close to converging to that parabolic SAR, and also reaching resistance from the moving averages. So that's the 20 and the 50, and of course we're well below the 100 and the 200. So that is all of the content that I have prepared. Like I said before, my plan for this week is to wait for the price to get into that zone between 64.50 and 65.50 and then short, to hopefully within the next 2 weeks get some sort of drop to below $5,000. And then from there, looking for an impulsive setup to the upside and start buying. So if there are other questions, please put them in the chat, or else we will end very early today. Looks like this chop is getting to people. Usually there's much more engagement than this. Am I in Tether? No, I'm not in Tether. I'm hedging. So I have Bitcoin in cold storage. I also have it on my ledger, and I am short on BitMEX with leverage. Do you trade at this moment? Yes, I do trade. I mean, I just told you my trading plan for the week, so yes. What is hedging? So instead of instead of selling Bitcoin directly for security purposes, I am simply going short on a Bitcoin futures contract instead. We have a video on that, so if you go to YouTube and search Bitcoin BitMEX hedging, you'll be able to see our video on that. Yeah, no problem. So if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask me on Twitter. So that is at IamCharlieU. So if you just DM me any of your questions, then I'll be happy to answer them. 4 months in crypto? Let's see, what was 4 months ago? Yeah, that's a harsh time to get in. but I hope you're not hating it too much. What do you expect for alts? Are they likely to go opposed to Bitcoin? No, they're not likely to go opposed to Bitcoin. I mean, if you look at the Coinmetrics correlations chart, we are at all-time highs for correlations between altcoins, Bitcoin. So, I mean, yeah, like 88%. It's just ridiculous. Nothing's moving independently. It's all, yeah. I mean, because if you looked before, we were at, what, 30% correlation, and now we're at 88. It's just ridiculous. So that's the reason why I have not been doing any individual altcoins, because they just all look like Bitcoin, pretty much. You get the rare exception of like Syscoin, which got sold for 96 Bitcoin and then it mooned and then dropped a lot. But those are the exceptions, not the rules. So I mean, if I looked at an Ethereum chart right now, it's going to look the same as Bitcoin. If I look at, it just moves a little bit more. Everything just doesn't look good. Let's go to the 6 hour. Yeah, like, I mean, it didn't break below its lows before, but it still looks bad. So I don't think there's much reason to think that we're going to get a major uptrend at the moment. But if we do see one, and for some reason we see 5 waves up strong from here, I will be a buyer on a retrace. I'll always, as always, I let the market tell me what to do. Binance Coin actually does look like it will be a buy pretty soon. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, so once Binance Coin breaks below $10, really, I'll be a buyer. So yeah, it doesn't look bad, honestly. Will the miners let Bitcoin go down to 4K? So the thing with that thesis is that there's not one set mining price. It's tons of average mining prices. So it's not like there's one level that it hits and then all the mining goes away. Different countries have different electricity prices, different regions have different electricity prices. Plus, when the hash rate goes down because Bitcoin goes down, then more people are incentivized to actually mine more because they'll get a larger portion of the block reward. So, and that's why Bitcoin is so ingenious, because it has all these incentives aligned in such a way that everything just works correctly. You're in Bitcoin, ADA, and BCN. Why not? I'll take a look at these. I have some time. Ukraine, $1,500. Dang, 1,500. That's real cheap. Not as good as China, but it's still pretty good. Bytecoin, I don't have a chart for, but I can make one. Let's save that. Yeah, I mean, ADA got the boost of the Coinbase potential listing, but doesn't seem to have done that much for it as of yet. has the potential to actually start a bullish run here, but given the stance of everything else in the market, I would not expect it. But it has the potential. And then BCN. Wow. What the? Jesus. Is that the right chart? I guess it is the right chart. Dang. I can't tell much off of this. Oh, that's the weekly chart. That's why. Okay. So if something pumped and it went up 100 times in the period of 2 months, which is thoroughly ridiculous. Yeah, wow, that's incredible. Look at that perfect double top right there. Clear three-wave move. And then it looks like an impulse down. Oh, I guess it... Yeah, it does look like an impulse down. Yeah, this doesn't look good. At least ADA had some semblance of not looking terrible. But I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything that's super high probability on this just because it doesn't. Nothing looks high probability on a chart like this, where it pumps 100 times in the period of 2 months, builds some sort of a base, and then just spikes up on news. Yeah, I can't give you much on that. EOS. EOS, I still expect to drop more. The problem is that there's not great confluence among timeframes on EOS. So a larger time frame says it should only go to under $6. Another time frame says to $5.50, and then another time frame says to go to $4.25. So personally, I won't be trading off of these. I will be buying in very small size on divergence, and then waiting for an impulse to confirm to the upside afterwards. But beyond that, not planning on doing much with it. EOS is... I just can't trade EOS well, you know? I just keep getting it, but it just doesn't give me good opportunities. Or it gives me good opportunities, but I never can trade them well. It always just cuts me up. Unfortunately, but that's definitely my fault. So I just don't really trade it that much. EOS sucks. It is a scam. Maybe. I don't know. I look at charts for trading mainly. But I tend to go by the side of, if enough people think it's a scam, it probably is a scam. So I don't hodl things except for Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is probably definitely the only crypto where no one in crypto is calling it a scam. Except for, I guess, people who like Bcash. Check Dan Larimer EOS. Yeah, I know who Dan Larimer is. I mean, I wouldn't call him a scammer, but Nano can go very high. Let's see. If Nano doesn't hold above $1.60, it's going to go a lot lower than this. So, I mean, it's right in the zone for reversal. But really needs to hold that 160. And if it does, then it can go up to 145. But really needs to hold 160. Okay, I'm not sure about the 145 target. I just realized what I said. Yeah, that's pretty questionable. Alright, well, looks like the chop is getting to everyone, since it seems that not many people want to comment things, so I guess I'll close it out, and any questions that come in I'll answer after the outro. But, thank you everyone for watching, and again, everything that I've covered here has been sent out to email to our subscribers, and if you want to get that, you can go to altcoinmentors.com/strategy, and it will be delivered to you right away. Secondly, if you want to keep up with us during the week, our Telegram is the best place where you can do that, and that is going to be at t.me/altcoinmentors or altcoinmentors.com/telegram. We are in here every single day posting charts, updates, all of the content that we create. And finally, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. It really does mean a lot to us that you're consuming our content. And I just want to say that we are just getting started in what we are going to be doing in the future. We are really trying to play the long game on this because we do believe that cryptos are going to be around here for a very long time. So why wouldn't we position ourselves to take advantage of just that? If you like this video, please share it with a fellow crypto trader. Post it on Twitter. It really would mean a lot to us. You can follow me on Twitter at IamCharlieU. And you can follow us at altcoin_mentors. And if you'd be so kind, you want to follow us in the future, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to get notified when we post new videos, you can hit that notify bell. And I think that's everything that I need to say. So let's field the last few questions. Litecoin. Litecoin continues to look bad. And is in many ways, Litecoin looks prophetic of what will happen to Bitcoin. Where it had this, it was tracking very well against Bitcoin, or against, it was tracking very well with Bitcoin. And then after we got this run up, crashed way harder than Bitcoin did. So Bitcoin had Litecoin had a 60% correction off of the peak, whereas Bitcoin's was perhaps only closer to 30%. But this does look like what will be happening to Bitcoin in the future of what I would expect. Some sort of, capitulation down. And it's kind of scary because it looks like Litecoin can go even further than that. But let me take a look on the longer term. Does Bitfinex have the longest Litecoin chart? I'm pretty sure someone else does. Polo? Bittrex? Not really. I guess Litecoin's history is not as long as I thought it was. So 2.4. Yeah, I mean, Litecoin also approaching its 38.2% retrace at $54. So that's where I would expect it to go next. $54. If it breaks below 30, that's real bad. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.